Hello, everyone. We are back again. Okay. So, yes, you can see these structures poking up out of the water here. And what do you all do?
I don't suppose we could, I don't know, find a local and ask, "Hello, how are you? What a wonderful day. Can you just please tell me where you keep your whales?"
You can certainly attempt it.
To
Uh,
do that, but remember, you only speak Spanish and they only speak Italian.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I'm not going to, but I am curious as to whether or not there are people around.
Yeah, you can. I think you can see a bit of movement here. You realize that the structure that is closest to you coming out of the water is actually not that deep into the water. You see like a sea devil come out of it, and the water is only like waist deep on it, and what you may have considered is perhaps a window was in fact just a door half submerged. But as this person walks away from the structure, they head into the water, and you can see that it does indeed get deeper as they go, and then eventually they just like dive and disappear under the water.
So, how far away is this village?
There's probably a clearing of about 30 feet to the closest building, and then it goes on from there. The farthest building you can see is not that far away. This is like, now that you're seeing it from this side, does anyone want to give me a roll here to see what you are able to discern?
What role is it?
Well, you actively looking for evidence, so that would be search.
I got an 8, so maybe someone else wants to also have a look.
I've got no ranks in it, but hell, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? That's a 20.
Why not just roll
Well,
20?
it's a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And Viper, are you gonna roll, or do you also not have any ranks?
I have no ranks and I see no reason to risk a critical failure at this moment.
That's fair. Okay. So, Dorothy, you can see some shit poking up out of the water.
Cool.
Uh, V, what are you able to tell with a 15? Um, you can see that this is not a large community. The buildings you see poking up out of the water are, frankly, most of them. There's maybe a couple of smaller buildings below the water, which you can now see since you're much closer. The farthest building away is from where you are, from one side of the village to the other. It's probably about like 500 feet, thousand, somewhere between that and 1,000 feet. Like, it's a couple of blocks in terms of like the modern conception of them. It's not a big place, and in fact, would you get that with a 15? Yeah, you can tell that there is an area in the like deeper side of the community where there are clearly no buildings constructed, a sort of like wide open area. And it's not unreasonable to imagine that that is where the whales may be kept in a pen of some variety, or perhaps is where they are raised. Like, these whales aren't born in the traditional sense, right? But like, it could be the place where they are farmed.
I was gonna say the thing we're dancing around here is if you want a fresh Mysticeti, you have to kill an old one.
Yeah. So maybe harvested would be an even better way of putting it.
Yeah.
How far away are we from where your people would conjugate the whales?
I mean, we're basically in it.
Well, was there an area that they would grow?
The whales themselves.
Maybe when they were babies or going to die?
Well, there was a small circular reef in the middle of the lagoon where we would usually let them rest.
And how far away is that from here?
That's a good question, Austin. How far away is that?
That open area that V was able to spot, that's probably the one. It's probably about like I said, it's in the deeper side of the community, so it's probably about like 600-700 feet away from where you are.
Do you want to go in the water and try to see if they can hear you from here?
Yeah, I think that's probably the thing to do now.
Okay. So how deep do you think you need to get? Because, as I said, the closest building, which is 30 feet away from you, where the community starts, was about chest...
I mean, that ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that was about waist deep on the sea devil who came out. I don't know how much deeper you want to get.
Viper wading through here, like when you try to submerge yourself in a kiddie pool.
Yep, okay. So yeah, what is that what you're doing, Viper? You're getting off of Gentleman Moose and starting to wade deeper into the water?
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna get down and sort of get my shit together. Get my spear ready. Get my shield strapped onto an arm.
So for reference, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be relevant for Viper, but Whale Song can travel 3,127 feet.
Okay. Well.
But then whales are pretty big and can probably project big diaphragms.
I may be at a size disadvantage here. That feels weird to say.
Now you know how it feels.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get my stuff ready, and I'm going to take what I need and probably secure my backpack to Gentleman Moose because it has a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be underwater.
Okay. I'm not
so glad that you've learned that lesson.
Only took one time.
I'm not gonna ask you to state it all, but if you could write down on your end what items you are bringing with you as you move through the water, that would be great.
Oh, it's simple. It's going to be dead simple. I'm bringing my aquatic spear, uh, my shield, and my spyglass.
Okay.
Viper, do you mind
Mhm.
if I tag along on your back?
Come on.
Just latch onto your belt.
Uh,
Well, I will just stay here with the animals. Y'all have a good time.
if this goes well, it won't take very long, and we won't be very far away.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. So, just so y'all know, the underwater combat rules are on page 217. They are very short, mind you, which is basically just that if you have 4 or fewer ranks in athletics, you have a -2 penalty with attacking, reflex, and skill checks. So
Not a problem.
I don't know who here has athletics 4 or less ranks. Dorothy, yeah, okay. So skill checks will also apply to your spell casting. Okay.
I'll dedicate one arm to just holding Dorothy above the water.
She's the turret to your tank.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we're gonna try to slink off into the shallows here, like a crocodile.
Trying to see if I have any stealth spells.
It would be super helpful at this moment because
None of you have sneak.
if Viper's not good at not making
Well,
Sneak.
you're right, Dorothy, you do have sneak.
They can't see me because all they see is a giant underwater tree.
I mean, Viper, you could attempt to blend and pretend you are literally a log.
Ooh. Do you have blend?
I also have no ranks in blend.
Damn it, Viper.
If we were in the forest, it would be +1 or +2 or whatever. But
Yeah.
Well, I have a spell that will make us run away faster, so.
okay, great.
That's a step in a direction.
It's a
That's-
run in the direction.
That's the plan. So I guess you're probably gonna ask me to roll sneak at this point. Huh?
Yeah, you're sneaking.
Okay.
So to be clear, you are sneaking towards where you expect the whales to be, or just deep enough that you can give a shout.
Mostly deep enough that I can give a shout,
Okay.
but which those might be the same direction. I don't know.
They are the same direction, because
Yeah.
that.
How about an 11?
N 11. Okay, let's see. What if I recall correctly, the sea devils do in fact have notice. Yes, they have. Notice is in fact their best skill.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna write down some kind of stealth spells that I can cast on y'all for my to get list.
Yeah, they get a 28.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a? Oh, no. Okay, so Viper.
What, it's a crime to swim now?
Viper, you're like, I guess, you're sort of crawling along the bottom of the, like, lagoon floor. Is that what's happening here?
That's what I was gonna try to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're moving along, Dorothy on your back, and you hear shouting come from behind you as one of the sea devils comes out of that first hut that you got past, but then they spotted you. And you, of course, can't quite tell what they are shouting, because as you put it earlier, y'all speak Spanish and they speak Italian. I think you get the gist that
I'm not pleased.
yeah, they are not happy about this, and they are making quite the commotion. Is this? Yeah, I think. What do you plan on doing?
Well, I don't know if I have reached a point in the water where this will be effective or not, but Viper had like a call and response with the whales that she used to know. And so she will probably yell the first part of that to see if there are any older ones here.
Marco!
Basically. The first half is the part that Viper yells, and she yells in whale, so no one else will get this. She yells, "You cannot kill me." And the response she would expect from a whale that she knew would be for "I have already died."
Ooh.
Okay. Alright. What would... No, I'm not going to have you roll to shout. That's foolish of me. Yeah,
I mean,
so
we could make it athletics or something if we
yeah, I'm not...
go
no.
some effort.
Okay. So you shout that, and you hear whale song said back at you, but it is not the other half of the phrase. It's a lot
Right.
of confusion coming at you. A lot of like, is that... some of the whales that you can hear are wondering, like, is that one of the riders? Is that a monster? Like, what is that? There's just a lot of confusion coming from them. Not much in the way of curiosity.
Okay, well, that was more or less a desperation move on
Yeah.
Viper's part. So.
Dorothy, what do you do while Viper is shouting underwater?
Hold on. Like, I don't know how far away the...
I mean, it's probably kind of a rough ride if you're in bodily contact with her while she's doing it.
Yeah. How far away are the whales at this point?
They are still pretty far out. Y'all did not make it very far before this picket spotted you.
Yeah. I'm so mad that the call and response is that good, because I wanted to make a joke that it was just saw like everybody from the Backstreet Boys kind of call and response.
No, some really fucking solid metal bands come out of the Creche. 100%.
True.
Anyway.
Whales gotta have a hobby.
Yeah.
Deep metal.
They got, yeah, hell yeah, they got the lungs for it. Why not?
Viper and the whales. Okay. So yeah,
I was considering disguising myself as a sparked and like causing a distraction, but I can't run very fast, so I just will die.
I can cause if we're in the business of distractions, hoo boy, do I have a moose for you.
yeah, V, you can definitely see this sea devil come out of the building behind them, and like obviously, I think the whole time, V, you're like watching them, and they are just like not doing a good job of sneaking closer. Dorothy is clearly visible above the waterline. Viper
Okay,
is not.
let me roll my sneak then.
Well, you
Because
will.
if you're gonna drag my ass into this, then I want to know how I do. I got a 19.
Are you like on the front of Viper in like a baby Bjorn? Just
Oh my god. Don't- That is so precious.
Well, we already established that you were on Viper's back.
Oh, I'm on her belt.
Okay.
But yes.
I mean, the Sea Devil still sees you.
Yeah, but I'm not obvious.
Okay. Viper is, though, I would say.
Super.
Actually, you know what, V, give me a search check. See if you're able to keep eyes on them.
Oh, I hate that idea.
Oh, boy.
That's a natural 20.
which
Oh, yeah, no.
which drops to a 15, of course, but that still beats Viper's sneak.
Madam V is onto our bullshit.
Yeah. So I guess Dorothy disappears at some point, but you're able to keep your eyes on Viper.
I can make some assumptions, yeah.
Yeah. And you see the Sea Devil come out. It's just like coming out of what is essentially their equivalent of like a security guard booth at like a parking
Oh.
lot.
I was
And-
picturing just like someone with a broom being like, on my property! Get out!
Viper's under the water, but her ponytail is still sticking out.
Oh, good. Alright, here's
Yeah.
the thing that I would like to do.
So- So they start shouting, and you can see they're going for what looks like a big ol' horn.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at that person, and when they turn to look at me, I'm going to point, and then I'm going to draw my lance, and then I'm going to charge them. Fucking throw down, motherfucker. Let's do this.
I am
Oh,
right, sir.
okay. You know what? This is fantasy craft.
Ambush tactics. Surprise
Ah.
round.
I don't intend to actually stab them.
Well, here's the thing. I think this is actually a taunt, right? Because you were trying to get their attention such that they are not, like, focusing, that they are going for you and not for your companions.
Oh, I thought it was specifically to stop the horn from being blown, which also works for a taunt.
Well, yeah. Taunt is sense motive versus sense motive to force opponent in close quarters to attack you with their next action. So yeah, do you have sense motive, V?
Do I have sense motive? I will have you know I have a -1 in sense motive.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, if it's any consolation, I don't think that they don't have sense motive as a signature skill. They do probably have competency, though.
Am I still rolling it?
Your sense motive?
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so there is a trick you can
Okay.
do called taunt, right? Which is you do something, which in this case is like sounds like you're challenging them to a joust,
Yes.
essentially. That if you succeed, they have to use their next action to attack you and not someone else.
There's just a button for taunt above the attack, above the weapon area.
Yeah. And if you fail, they can act however they want and also get a +1 bonus to their next attack against you. So they have competency 2.
Button? I'm not seeing it, I'm sorry.
It's fine. You can just
if
roll
you
your
look
sense
above-
motive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
There's just a box that has all the special attack actions in it.
That's a 12.
They got a 14.
Can I spend an action die?
So you are supposed to spend it before you make your roll, but I will let you do so.
Hooray.
Get one oh fuck die per session.
I got a 2.
You got a 2, and because attack ties go to the attacker, that is literally just enough
Perfect.
to get this.
Marvelous.
Okay. So, alright. This fellow... Alright, since it's just... Let me think about this. Alright, I'm not going to have y'all roll initiative since there's just one of them. V, we'll say that's the first half, your first half action. What do you want to do with your next half action?
I guess it's a trample. Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
I challenge you to a joust. Now I'm just gonna run over you. Okay.
Well, I don't want to spear the person. I just want them to, like...
Die?
No!
I mean, you're trampling them with a moose.
Less likely to kill them?
Well, I don't know what the... I guess it's a bull rush then? Like, I'm trying to get them to, like, do the fucking PG movie thing where they dive out of the way and, like, but are, like, on the other side of the town now, or whatever. Like, fall into a barrel and get their feet sticking out. That's the move. But it's fantasy craft, and I don't know how to do that in system, is the
Okay.
thing.
Sounds
So,
like a
you,
trip or a feat or something.
well, you can do subdual damage instead of your normal lethal damage, and that'll give you a -4 penalty unless you have a weapon that already does do subdual damage. But let me tell you, Gentleman Moose does not do subdual damage.
No, okay. I guess it's a bull rush then.
Bull Rush will knock him on his ass, but not knock him out. Also, it will push him.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just roll that then.
Okay.
Which is a 13.
All right. Is there size modifiers for Bull Rush?
There is, yes.
Yeah, what are they?
+2. It's 2 points per size category.
Okay, so large and then huge, so that's +4 for Gentleman Moose, which bumps up to a 17, which unfortunately is still not enough to beat this Sea Devil's 19.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
should this use Gentleman Moose's athletics or V's athletics? Because it is based off of athletics.
Yes, where's the mounted combat? Enter death damage roll. Mounted movement. Sorry for the delay, but I think this is something that we should
I vaguely remember a while back
mounted characters.
that you use whichever score is higher.
Use the larger size, the lower defense, initiative, and saving throw. The mounted character's attack and skill bonuses are determined by the half of the pair that performs each action. Okay, so yeah, it's as appropriate. So does Gentleman Moose have athletics?
Yes, athletics 3, which is a +4/+6. I don't know what that means, but you probably do.
Athletics 3. Okay. So +4, which
Also has sneak 3, which is astonishing.
Excuse me?
What?
Well, there's modifiers for things like size and
Yeah.
yeah.
So imagine him Scooby-Doo sneaking through an alley,
Absolutely.
tiptoeing, making the little tinkling noise.
okay. I'm gonna just have a look here at Gentleman Moose's stats.
You do that.
God damn, it does have sneak 3. Alright. Athletics is 4 + 6. I'm. Oh, I think the plus 2 bonus is about Okay, I see what it is. So the plus 4 for athletics is the flat bonus from having athletics 3, and then the plus 6 is including the strength modifier of plus 2. For sneak, the plus 4 bonus is the flat modifier, and the plus 6 is including the modifier from Pathfinder Basics, which gives you a plus 2 bonus while in sneak checks.
Okay.
But only in the.
So yes, unfortunately, using Gentleman Moose's athletics, that in fact would be a worse roll, since that'd be plus 6 and not plus 9. Plus an additional 4 because of the size difference, but unfortunately that is still a failure. So let me... If I am recalling correctly, some absurd bullshit is about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. If the Bull Rusher loses this opposed check, he moves back 5 feet and becomes sprawled. Otherwise, his opponent is pushed directly back.
Please describe this to me, Austin.
Maybe
okay, so
Moose slips.
You fucked with the wrong Sea Devil.
Yeah, so I think what it is that you know, like, yeah, Gentleman Moose at the Sea Devil, and he like has his harpoon out and plants it in the mud, and like Gentleman Moose like realizes that there's this very dangerous sharp pointy thing that he's about to impale himself upon, and just like a pike line, and he rears back and slips because of the mud, and both of you go crashing into the water and the mud. So both of you are sprawled because you were mounted, and when you sprawl a mount, the rider also becomes sprawled.
Marvelous.
As you are dismounted most ungracefully. Also, that's a full action, but you know what? I'm gonna just let it ride. Yeah. So it is the Sea Devil's turn. And
Wait, can we roll for initiative?
Okay.
Because it's just a roll.
Okay, so Dorothy's initiative is 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crud.
5. Viper got 5. You rolled a 2 and you still got a 15?
Yeah.
You saying Viper's fast?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Definitely.
This
Quick on the draw.
Always gets in the first blow.
okay. Sea Devils
Viper shot first.
get 7. And V, if you could roll your initiative. 8. Okay. Alright, so we'll go with the idea that Viper did the sneak, V did the taunt and then charge. So now it is the Sea Devil's turn. And
Now we know.
Now we have a paper trail.
okay. Yeah, what's he gonna do? He has his harpoon in one hand and the horn in the other. And he's gonna throw his harpoon at V. this is. Alright, what's their attack? 4. It's +4.
Oh no. Bee got mud on her coat.
A tragedy, truly. And gets a crit with that harpoon. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's not a crit. That rolled a 15 +4, not rolled a 19. So it gets a hit because I know V's defense is like 9 or something.
It's 12 when I'm flat-footed, but thanks.
Okay.
No, you have lookout.
Do I?
Yep, because Foxglove is near you.
Fox,
Well, hey.
Foxglove didn't come with you?
No, I'm not taking Foxglove underwater.
Oh, okay. So what does lookout do?
Any allies make me look up things?
Also, does it work if Foxglove is sprawled?
Yeah. Each ally and teammate within 10 feet who can see and hear the familiar gains the benefit of Uncanny Dodge 1. They retain their dexterity bonus to defense even when flat-footed.
Okay, so all of you are not flat-footed around Gentleman Moose. Even though you're all in the mud, you can still roll out of the way. But I'm pretty sure a 19 still beats your defense, right?
Which is a 13, yes.
Okay.
But now you're in heels.
Alright, so you are getting hit for 1d8 plus 2. Yeah, that's correct. 10.
Oofa.
So yeah, you take minus your damage reduction.
She's like a 2 or something?
Yep,
It
it's
is
a 2.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And make a fortitude save, please.
Would love to go and find that button to make that with. Any minute now. You're gonna
Pretty
be so
sure they're-
impressed when I find
like-
it.
All the way up at the top.
Actually, you know what? Never mind, because I forgot that you are already adjacent to this creature because of your failed bull rush. You are explicitly sprawled, like, within the adjacent square.
Just picturing just like fireplace lounge sprawled. Hello.
Madam
I
V for
m-
the Old Spice ads.
I meant to do that.
Okay.
Oh, there's. I found it, incidentally.
All right. Well, you don't need to roll it, I realize.
Great.
So you take that 8 points of damage to your vitality as the harpoon is stabbed into you, and then with the other action, it puts the horn to his mouth and blows.
Damn it.
And there is a deep ooh.
But not whale song.
It is not a whale song, no.
Is it a conch?
No.
No.
Fantasy.
Sure, it's a conch.
Yay!
Okay. And you all can hear the sounds of the water stirring about you, deeper in the community. But I think we should probably save that for next week before we get into our heroes versus the community.
This is
It
the
was-
town.
It was going to be so quick and easy. Our plan was foolproof.
Oh, hold on. While I think about it, V,
Uh-huh.
how are you carrying your stuff?
This is a good question.
Do you have like a backpack?
Yeah, I think I have a bag. I I have imagined up to this point that the lance sort of sits in the in the cut in the middle. There's like a little space for it. Um, but yeah, I guess everything else is like the guns are probably like have holsters on her hip and her back. Probably actually they're both across her hips because she's already wide because of the hoop skirt. Like it doesn't matter. Um, and I think everything else is kind of like sequestered within the hoop skirt because there's space there.
Okay. Do you have like gear, like the sort of adventure type shit that most...
I have I have a derringer, I have animal feed, I have a lance, I have a mummified middle finger, I have one white flare and two red flares. That is what's in my inventory.
Okay.
At least that's what I wrote down in my gear.
All right. I'm gonna make some rolls
Okay.
because literally all of your stuff, other than the lance and the mummified middle finger, is susceptible to water damage. And you just landed in a swamp.
Great. Cool. Rad. I don't have, well, because like saddlebags is a thing. That's a physical thing that you need to buy because it's
Yeah.
a game. So I don't have those.
Also, Gentleman Moose went into the drink too, so...
Sure did. Sure did. Big lad.
All these ominous unlabeled rolls.
Okay. Oh, wait, one more. All right. So I am going to just tell you now.
Okay.
Your derringer is soaked through. It will not fire until cleaned.
Great.
Your white flare is also soaked through.
Jesus Christ.
That's a nice bit of foreshadowing there.
But everything else managed to be fine, including your musket and the two
Hey!
red flares and your animal feed.
I'm so glad I could tell my crew that we are all dead, but I can do it twice. Just so they fucking know for sure.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave off. I kind of love the image of like this thing goes to stab, like is about to stab you as you're on the ground, and you whip up your derringer and just goes click, and that's how you know. And then it stabs you, and then it blows on the horn, and which drowns out whatever shouts of pain you might have from getting stabbed. And
This is the one in the television show. This is the one swear that Madame B gets to say, and is drowned out by the horn.
Bastard.
And as the village stirs, that is where we are going to end this session. So,
Well,
yes.
what's one genocide under your belt, right?
I mean, this isn't all the Sea Devils.
That's all that we know of.
A bunch of them.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone so much for joining us on this infiltration adventure.
Infiltration's a strong word for what we did.
Oh, absolutely. I'm Austin. I've been your host and GM for this evening. You can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn, and you can find my game design work at austin-ramsey.itch.io. This stream, as always, is presented by You Don't Meet in an Inn, an actual play podcast about exploring obscure tabletop role-playing games with a diverse, rotating cast. And you can get that wherever you get your podcasts from. This evening, I've been joined by Christine.
Hi. I don't really have anything to plug except for the You Don't Meet an End podcast. And of course, my Stop Vaping website, name to be determined.
You know, people are gonna stop thinking that's a bit if you keep it up, or
Good.
or if you make the website.
Good.
um,
It's not cool. This fat cotton. Mm-mm.
I have also been joined by Sasha.
Here's the thing, I don't think that us rolling into town as like hooligans attempting to break the pen for all the, I don't think that counts anywhere close to genocide. I'm really that's speaking much more generously to our skills and abilities than perhaps we deserve. I've been Sasha. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renault. You can follow all my game dev stuff at TCabbage.
Thank you. And last but not least of our whale rustlers is Hadrian.
The most whale rustler. Yep. Find me on Twitter at Hadrian. And see some art and stuff I do there, and give me some money. I'd appreciate it.
He also does some very cool vape tricks.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Totes.
Picked a fight with a security guard and lost. I'm just telling, like,
We're heroes.
you're worried about villainy. I gotta tell you, it's not a problem. It is not an issue.
Special characters.
I don't start fights, but I do end them.
There is a presumption of competency that just isn't there. I think morally speaking, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried when Dorothy is the moral center of the group right now. Worrisome.
Okay. With that, we will see you again next week at 6 p.m. EST on this channel. And until then, I just want to remind you all, don't get sparked.
Vape life.
See you all later.